Hi everyone. Today we are gonna show you best games for low-end PC. To more top 5 and top 10 games, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Number 10, Rise of the Triad. Apogee Software and Interceptor Entertainment proudly present the rebirth of the cult classic first-person shooter, Rise of the Triad. Bigger, better and more ludicrous than ever before. The HUNT returns with a full single-player campaign, a fully featured multiplayer experience and so much more. Number 9, The Cave. The Cave is a new adventure game from Monkey Island and Maniac Mansion creator Ron Gilbert, and Double Fine Productions, the award-winning studio behind Psychonauts and Brutal Legend. Assemble your team of 3 from 7 unlikely adventurers, each with their own unique personalities and stories, then descend into the mysterious depths to explore locations including a subterranean amusement park and a medieval castle, not to mention a fully armed and ready-to-launch nuclear-tipped ICBM. The Cave awaits. Number 8, F1 2013. Make history in Formula 1. F1 2013 features all the cars, stars and circuits from the 2013 FIA Formula 1 World Championship Plus, for the first time, classic content. F1 Classics is an expansive new game mode, introduced by legendary broadcaster Murray Walker, in which you'll race legendary drivers in famous cars on iconic circuits from the 1980s. Number 7, Star Trek, the game. Star Trek is a single-player third-person shooter action game with cooperative gameplay elements, which allow 2 players to control Kirk and Spock. When playing in the single-player mode, Kirk and Spock have different paths through the missions in order to encourage replayability. The game does not allow players to switch between Kirk and Spock during a chapter, although this ability was included in preview versions of the game shown to reviewers prior to launch. Number 6, Europa Universalis 4. Paradox Development Studio is back with the 4th installment of the award-winning Europa Universalis series. The empire-building game Europa Universalis 4 gives you control of a nation to guide through the years in order to create a dominant global empire. Rule your nation through the centuries, with unparalleled freedom, depth and historical accuracy. True exploration, trade, warfare and diplomacy will be brought to life in this epic title rife with rich strategic and tactical depth. Number 5, Command & Conquer, General Zero Hour. As the 21st century goes on, the superpowers aren't quite as super. The largest players on the world stage are the United States, China and a terrorist group called the Global Liberation Army. The outcome of this 3-way battle will determine the future. Unload on your enemies with an all-new, high-tech arsenal, new armies. Bring the next level of military sophistication to the battlefield. Wild new missions taken from the headlines: destroy a fleet in the Mediterranean, root out a splinter cell in Cairo, infiltrate a US intelligence building and more. Number 4, Goodbye Deponia. More chaos, more destruction, more Rufus. Not 1, not 2, but 3 Rufuses cause all kinds of crazy mayhem in the long-awaited adventure comedy Goodbye Deponia. The Organon plans the destruction of Deponia. The lovely goal has, once again, disappeared, and anti-hero Rufus just can't seem to stop getting in his own way. Number 3, The Testament of Sherlock Holmes. Become the greatest detective of all time in The Testament of Sherlock Holmes, a twisting, turning investigation game set in a faithfully reproduced London of 1898. Suspected in a case involving theft, fraud and double-crossing, Sherlock Holmes will undergo a descent into hell in what will doubtlessly become one of his most thrilling cases yet. You will find all the elements of a grand investigation, examine crime scenes, find the clues, follow the trails, interrogate suspects and unveil the mystery behind the great adventure, led by a breathtaking story full of twists. Number 2, Deadpool, the game. Deadpool is an action beat-em-up video game, with new combos becoming available to Deadpool as he progresses. The game, which is rated mature, frequently breaks the fourth wall by having Deadpool verbally interact with the player based on their skill and progress. By default, Deadpool is armed with both guns and swords, but he also has access to giant hammers, plasma guns, and a range of other alternatives. A short range of teleportation moves are possible as well. As he slowly falls apart while sustaining damage, Players must avoid further damage in order to recover. Number 1 BioShock Infinite. Indebted to the wrong people, with his life on the line, veteran of the U.S. Cavalry and now hired gun, Booker DeWitt has only one opportunity to wipe his slate clean. He must rescue Elizabeth, a mysterious girl in prison since childhood and locked up in the flying city of Columbia. Forced to trust one another, Booker and Elizabeth form a powerful bond during their daring escape. Thanks for watching us. To more top 5 and top 10 games, be sure to subscribe to our channel.